Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Thursday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I'm your host, Brady Beanie, and today's report includes: this Steelers legend calls Art Rooney II a cheap owner, the Pittsburgh Penguins end their brutal road trip with a bang in Utah, what the hell were the Pittsburgh Pirates thinking sending this to fans, and more. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into the first news story of the day. This Steelers legend calls Art Rooney II a cheap owner. Aside from the usual grilling of head coach Mike Tomlin and his lack of playoff success for nearly a decade now, off-season complaints for Steelers fans have shifted more towards owner Art Rooney II. The main issue being taken up with Rooney is his apparent cheapness when it comes to the coaching staff. It's no secret that in 2024, and a lot of other years too, the Steelers had the smallest coaching staff in the entire NFL. In his end-of-season press conference, Rooney refuted the statement, saying that the Steelers have a league-average 27 coaches on staff. Although, a new thing is happening this offseason, which is former Steelers players coming out and talking about the current state of the team, and as it relates to this Rooney topic, one Steelers alumnus with a powerful voice is siding with the fans. On his Football and podcast, legendary Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger talked about the small coaching staff and was asked if there is a way for the Steelers to expand, replying, "Absolutely. There's a lot of room for that. Expand the strength and conditioning staff, expand the training staff, expand equipment staff, all that stuff, but that's money. We all know that the Rooneys aren't putting a lot of extra into that stuff. They've never done it that way, so I don't expect that to change. But I mean, there's absolutely, I think, room to grow in terms of extra coaches. Now, I don't know since I've been there how many more coaches there are than when I was there, but you know, everyone had one position coach. I think there's definitely room for that, but the team has to decide if they want to do that, and I don't know what that looks like." Big Ben isn't the only one to call out those running the organization in the past couple of weeks, as other former players like outside linebacker James Harrison and offensive guard Ramon Foster have been critical of Tomlin recently. If we're being honest, these guys who are saying these things will probably have no effect on how the Steelers organization will be ran, but it's got to sting a little bit for Tomlin and Rooney to hear their former employees be disappointed with how things have fallen apart. All that's left for us to do is to pray that a light bulb will soon go off in the heads of those steering the ship and realize that things need to desperately change. The NFL Pro Bowl needs to be renamed the Participation Bowl. For the third day in a row, I'm here to tell you that yet another Pittsburgh Steelers player is heading to the Pro Bowl. First it was left guard Isaac Seumalo replacing Kansas City Chiefs right guard Trey Smith. Then it was quarterback Russell Wilson replacing Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. And now, after just wrapping up his first year with the team, Steelers middle linebacker Patrick Queen is heading to the Pro Bowl, replacing his former teammate and Baltimore Ravens middle linebacker Roquan Smith. With that substitution, the Steelers have now tied the Minnesota Vikings for most players at this year's Pro Bowl with 7. Queen had an up-and-down 2024 season with his new team, playing in all 17 games, and recording 129 total tackles, 65 of those solo, 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles with 1 fumble recovery, and 7 pass defenses. I'm not trying to be mean here, I'm just trying to save my breath, because Queen is like most of the other Steelers who made the Pro Bowl this year. This All-Star event, which has turned into a complete joke, is made by a popularity contest, making the only Steeler worthy of being there defensive tackle Cam Hayward. Still, one last time, I am happy for Queen and everyone else who got this small recognition. Congratulations, Patrick Queen, on making your second career Pro Bowl, and best of luck to all the Steelers players playing in the Pro Bowl games tonight at 7:30 and on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. The Pittsburgh Penguins end their brutal road trip with a bang in Utah. Last night, the Pittsburgh Penguins played in the finale of their brutal 7-game road trip, making their first ever visit to Salt Lake City to take on the Utah Hockey Club. The late-night contest began with a high pace of play and was filled with scoring chances, but it was Utah who drew first blood off an Erik Karlsson turnover with a power play goal by Mikhail Sergachev. The Pens had a better start to the second and got a lucky redirect goal off a Utah player from Marcus Pettersson. That good feeling didn't last long as Michael Carcone got behind the Penguins defense and buried a breakaway goal to put the hockey club back on top. Then, just over 6 minutes into the final frame, Karlsson redeemed himself with a tight-angled top-shelf goal to tie the game. After that, both teams kept exchanging scoring chances, but the two goaltenders stood tall and got the game to overtime. In the extra period, it was back-and-forth action like the entire game, but as OT was nearing an end, the captain was clutch, as Sidney Crosby showed off unbelievable patience to backhand home the game winner and claim victory for the Pens. Alright, I've been saying recently that the same script has been playing out too many times for the Penguins this season. Well, when you flip that script over, this is what's on the other side. The Penguins continued their horrible habit of giving the opposition easy offense, but instead of just rolling over and giving up, they overcame their mistakes to complete a 3-2 comeback win. If you want a shorter explanation, this game is the definition of how Erik Karlsson plays hockey. Make reckless decisions and costly mistakes, and then make some of the best offensive plays you've ever seen. In all honesty, I think Crosby heard me say that it's time to rebuild, and then went into God mode to prove that that's not going to happen yet. At least this West Coast road trip from hell is now over, as the Pens will play next on Saturday night at home against the Nashville Predators. Thank the Lord, now can I please catch up on some sleep? What the hell were the Pittsburgh Pirates thinking sending this to fans? The Pittsburgh Pirates have made some questionable moves this offseason, or more accurately lack thereof, but what they did yesterday afternoon might be the most mind-numbing of all. Yesterday, the Pirates sent out a mass email to all their fans that reads, "Hello. As a valued Pittsburgh Pirates fan, we invite you to participate in a brief survey about your perception of the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. Please share your feedback by taking the 5-minute survey below. We value your opinion. Thank you in advance for providing us with your first-hand fan insights. Let's go Bucks." Upon opening the survey, fans would answer a series of agree or disagree questions about topics like how they view the team, if they feel satisfied as fans, and if the Pirates organization is dedicated to winning and is heading in the right direction. I have never seen the Pirates do anything like this before. First off, I want to say that I will never take an easier survey in my life. I don't need to reveal my answers to know that I accurately represented 99% of the fan base. Secondly, if this was the Pirates legitimately gauging how fans feel, then those running the organization are more clueless and out of touch than we possibly could have thought. A freaking fan survey, or even the billboards that are going up around town, shouldn't need to tell you that you're sucking at your job. And lastly, I wonder if this survey was the opposite of my second point. What if this survey will be ignored and is just being used to get out some fan frustration and make the fans think that their voices are actually being heard? I don't need to guess how most fans filled out that survey, but I just hope that it actually means something and that the responses will influence or lead to a positive change for this franchise. What do you think of the Pirates emailing out this survey? Did you fill it out? And if so, what did you answer? Let me know in the comments below. The first of 2 arbitration cases for the Pittsburgh Pirates reaches a verdict. Back on January 9th was the MLB's arbitration settlement deadline for teams and arbitration-eligible players to agree on the player's 2025 salary. If those teams and players did not reach an agreement before the deadline, then both sides had to list their desired salaries and go before a panel of arbiters that would choose which salary the player will earn. Those arbitration hearings are taking place this week and next, with 2 Pirates players there. Well, last night a verdict was reached in the hearing of the Pittsburgh Pirates and right-handed starting pitcher Johan Oviedo. The panel of arbiters determined that in 2025, Oviedo will earn the Pirates' submitted offer of $850,000 and not the $1.15 million request that he submitted. Oviedo missed the entire 2024 season after undergoing Tommy John surgery in November of 2023. In 2023, the 26-year-old started in 32 games, earning a 9-14 record, a .431 ERA, a .137 WHIP, 158 strikeouts to 83 walks, and 177 2/3 innings pitched. After missing last season, it was surprising that Oviedo and the Bucks reached this point, but hopefully there is no ill will between both sides, and Oviedo can return to his 2023 form this upcoming season. The Pirates are not done with arbitration hearings, however, as right-handed relief pitcher Dennis Santana and the Bucks will go before the panel within the next week. And finally, 4 Pirates also make ESPN's Top 100 MLB Prospects list. Last week, 4 Pittsburgh Pirates made MLB Pipeline's Top 100 Prospects list. Those 4 Bucks were right-handed pitcher Bubba Chandler, shortstop Connor Griffin, right-handed pitcher Thomas Harrington, and second baseman Termarr Johnson. Now, last night, ESPN came out with their own Top 100 MLB Prospects rankings, and again, 4 Pirates made it, 3 of the 4 also on MLB Pipeline's list. Making ESPN's top 100 is Chandler at number 11, Johnson at number 72, Griffin at number 81, and the newbie right-handed pitcher Braxton Ashcraft at number 99. In comparison to MLB Pipeline, Chandler rose 4 spots and Johnson 11 in ESPN's rankings, while Griffin had a big fall from 43 to 81. At the very least, the 3 who made both rankings are being viewed as future stars, which is what they will need to be to raise the Pirates out of the basement of the MLB. Keep going, Young Bucks. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up a Thursday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow with some more Pittsburgh sports news.